still have to excuse my kids in the background. However, um, like I said, I don't go live like I used to for spiritual reasons. Um, Also, I do not post me all the time. And you have to excuse me because it's been a minute. God has completely had me in a whole hermit mode. A lot of people out there seem to think that a lot of us are fake or that what we do is propaganda or we just do it for entertainment purposes for some. This is not a game to mess with those that are chosen by God. It's not many, but there's a lot, but not many. A lot of people I know for sure have been doing some dirty and try to clock me. Not just me, my entire being, my feet, my hands, the way I dance, how I spin, and not just me, all chosen. And we in a time right now, and if you can't see it, I pray God give you eyes to see. That God is about to shake up completely everything. Everything is there's nothing that's not to be untouched by God. Nothing. Why? There's been way too many spells been done. Too many. Too many. And God is angry and disgusted, completely disgusted by these actions. People have been gifted in areas to work with certain angels, ancestors, and they have taken advantage of that. And they are upset, and now they want blood for blood. In the beginning, they weren't so drastic. Now they're about to do some drastic moves right in front of some drastic people's faces. Why? A lot of people been hiding behind the mirror, doing love spells, sex spells, rituals on people for no reason at all behind jealousy. Destiny swaps. These are all things I knew absolutely nothing about until I had to be enlightened on these things in these situations. And let me go ahead and let you all know this right now. There is nothing that no one can put on me anymore. God has vindicated me because I've already been touched by death several times. Also, just bear with me for a minute. It's like I said, I don't go live as much anymore for spiritual reasons. Also know if you have been vindicated by God, there is no spell, there is no sorcery, there is nothing nobody can absolutely do to harm you. You may feel a little bit of pressure. You might sweat just a tinge, but I guarantee you will not faint. I've had a lot of people lie and say that I'm this and I'm that. Oh, he's a wizard. Oh, he does black magic on people. I don't have to do any of that, but I know who I am. I know that I've been touched by the Most High God, but I know I had to touch death as well too. And dealing with God, you cannot be, and the answers, I'm just being real, which is one. Was there one? You have to actually be able to kiss death. Meaning, you cannot be fearful to stand in front of death's face. I have died 3 times. I've been left for dead several. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm a stroke survivor. I am autistic. And I'm not saying this for no pity party. I'm not saying this for sympathy or to get some type of hooray or something like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying these things to let you know that no matter what this world may think, the power they feel like they can contain, they don't contain anything. Hell, they don't even know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. But if you're on this live right now, I guarantee you a piece of you know something. And if you're on here trying to be nosy, it's not going to prevail. It won't work no way. Because your way ain't the way. Yahweh is the only way. Remember that. You know, I've had people do all type of crazy stuff. I've had people put blood in my food. I've had people put bleach in my food. I've had people try to do death spells on me. All type of crazy, belligerent things that did not work. Why? I'm Haitian. My bloodline is that. Some people don't want to say those things. Well, it might help you sometime. Don't be fearful of the power that God gave you, but also be mindful of how you use it. Remember this, One that attains so much power that remember when much is given, much is required. So don't be going around questioning, oh, why, how come this person get that, or why, how come this person get this gift? Are you gonna why, how come be able to walk through that same door? Are you gonna wow, how come be able to take those same steps? Some people don't even make it out of them. Why? Because it was not your pathway to go down. It never was. It never was your feet to try to take. I've literally had people tell me, man, I wish you had them wheels, and I'm not talking about a car. I don't care about no material things. There is no earthly thing that God has not already taken away from me and gave back that somebody can do. There is no earthly thing, I'm gonna say it again, that you could take away from me that God has not already taken away and given back. Nothing. Kids, parents, cars, houses, skates, bikes, socks, clothes, women, animals. God has taken it all away so that I can see. Because I was blinded by all the bullshit to where I couldn't see nothing. Nothing at all. And once I was able to see and stop crying, because I don't give a damn who you are. When you feel like you work for some earthly goods and you feel like they've been taken away from you, you gonna cry. Don't say you ain't, no, you're gonna cry. But once you've been enlightened, and everybody's pathway ain't the same pathway. You understand? Everybody's pathway is not the same. So you'll be able to see if God takes something from you and God's hand is on you. You have to know that that wasn't meant for you at that time, that it will come back to you tenfold. You have to stand on that. You know, you have to stand on what you believe. A lot of people try to make you feel like God ain't in you, but if God is waking you up every day showing you, don't worry about what the naysayers say. They there to cheer you on. Take them as your cheerleading squad. That's how I take my haters. Excuse me. As a cheerleading squad. Thank you so much for hating me. For absolutely, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm perfectly perfected by God. You understand? I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I am perfectly made by God. And there is nothing nobody can do or tell me. I know for sure right now God and the Holy Ghost and the ancestors already came and told me this way before they even went to go try to do this. Somebody went to actually go pay a sorcerer to try to stop or try to pray for my downfall. The devil is a lie. Do you know that if God vindicated you so much, God would have allowed the demons and the devils to work for us and not against us? Real talk. I'm telling you some real stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to be before you too long. But whoever on this live is meant for you, I guarantee. We are in a spiritual battle. We're in a spiritual war. And you got to stay girded up right now. You cannot be afraid of who you are. And if God is telling you to praise in a parking lot, you better start praising. If God is telling you to clap your hands in the midst of wherever you at, start clapping your hands. It can save your life. And it can save everybody's life around you. But why? Too afraid. Well, you be afraid, and I'm going to keep praising my ancestors. And I'm going to keep praising Yahweh. Because it seems to be working out for me. And for all of you, I'm just being real for you. I know for a fact that have prayed for blockages to be in my way. My own kinfolk. He be the very person that stand next to you every day. God bless you. May God have mercy upon your soul. I mean that. The greatest gift of all, and I'm about to go. The greatest gift of all, what I had to learn, and I guarantee you this one right here. You can take this one to the bank. Is loving your enemy. The greatest gift of all is loving your enemy. Who did it first? Yahweh, Jehovah, the King of Kings. He has many names. El Shaddai, Jesus. He did it first. He knew Judas already was going to be a nothing. And nothing has nothing. He did. He knew Judas was going to be a nothing piece of shit. He did. He knew that. But guess what? He still fed Judas. He was the God of all. God knew Judas wasn't shit. God knew Judas had a job to do. And Judas did just that. But what did Judas end up doing? God broke bread with him, looked him straight in the soul. Not in the eyes. He looked Judas straight in the soul. And I love him. Thank you, Judas, for following me. And he still broke bread with him. He still fed him. And what did Judas end up doing to himself? And at the end of the day, let's think about that name, too, while we tapping into that door. Have you heard anybody's name? Do you know anybody named Judas? Other than that being the nickname you gave them, because that's how the hell they act. Please tell me. I'm waiting. Not one. Yes, I am in the pink room. It calms me. Like I said, I'm autistic, so it keeps me calm. You know what I'm saying? So that is the greatest gift I know for sure, because that didn't come to me by myself. That actually came from God. That is the greatest gift to be able to do, to know somebody actually wronged you on purpose. I'm not talking about little silly shit. I'm not talking about, trying to be petty because you know you did something to that person first. Then you want to try to feel, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about some dog dirty stuff. Okay, what you mean then? What's dog dirty stuff? Let's get dirty then. Your brother slept with your wife. Your sister slept with your man or your girl. Real shit. Your mama lied to you about who your second cousin was. Your sister, your siblings lied to you about insurance policies, shit like that. That's some third-degree dirty shit. And it's something else that the Lord is, and the answers has been enlightening me on this right here. Real facts came forward. You can take it to the bank. They make it so easy for people to go out here to get insurance policies on people. So easy. All you need is the name, this, and that. Well, the devil is a lie. Because I know for a fact, there's several people that was been waiting for me to die, but they didn't know this. I work for God. And I know for a fact that they've tried to poison me. But guess what? I work for God. There is nothing you can do when God hands on you. This is the time when we are actually going back to those biblical times where the bush started burning up. It was a flood on this side of the land, but it wasn't a flood right there. Wake up. Pay attention. How the hell in Texas, one part of Texas is flooded? They over there crying to my helpers and all that stuff, but on that side, they live in a sunny sea with lemonade in the shade. Tell me. Somebody tell me. How does that work? God. Please tell me. My kids in there acting up. Hold up. But for real, how is it that in Russia, a volcano explodes and they done had an 8.8, right, earthquake? But you mean in California it ain't rock and roll? Well, guess what? The prayers of the righteous availeth much. I'm not saying that we're not due to have something. But you can't just be trying to put things out there on people and think that God ain't gonna come repay you. Karma, motherfucker. That's a fact, baby. Oh, karma. That's I had to put my shades on for that. I did. Karma, motherfucker. Just when you think and you thought that you got somebody tied up in a shoestring, oh yes, y'all, it's some of y'all out there that got dolls and shit tied up in shoestrings and putting them, doing all that old crazy shit. And a couple of people I followed, we are all literally are all on the same frequency. They are saying the same exact things. When God is in alignment, God is in alignment. You gotta line it up, period, across the board. Everybody gonna be on the same frequency. All of us should be in the same mood. Not tripping. We already know what's going on. All we supposed to do is sit back and watch the motherfucking paint roll out the wall, because it's a whole bunch of colors about to come out that bitch. Whole bunch of colors. Rainbow Skittle colors. Facts. And all I can keep telling you, I don't know why I look mad a little bit, because God is not pleased. God is not pleased with what's going on. It's not. It just, I'm telling you, Yahweh. God is, I'm telling you, the ancestors is woke, y'all. If you can probably be like, oh, he didn't know, he this, he that. No, I know what I'm talking about, King folk. The ancestors are walking this ground. The dead is risen. They are out here seeking vengeance. And God is allowing them to have that. You got to remember, people want to revert to the Bible about this, that, and the thing. It said the dead in Christ shall rise up. And they will be an army for the Lord. And they shall seek vengeance for God. Facts. For the Lord God. On everything. And that's what's happening. Because some of your people, some of my ancestors, I would never say they died in vain because it took them a while to see that too. Because a lot of them sacrificed their lives so we could be woke up, so we could see, and we could eat that bread that they didn't eat. And that's what they want. And it's a lot of our own people who call themselves kinfolk trying to block it and stop it. Our own people. Down there in Louisiana. I'm not saying all of them doing bad, hoodoo. But yeah, some of them been taking some money they shouldn't have been taking. And if the ancestors really talk to you, they already told your ass to stop. But no, you greedy. Your pockets is greedy. Guess what? They gonna bury your ass with that same goddamn money they already doing. People going to Haiti. Man, they been shooting planes. People, motherfuckers been shooting planes up in Haiti, all type of shit. They been killing practitioners, witch doctors, every day for doing shit they ain't supposed to do. You cannot go around touching and fucking with everybody. I know I sound angry because God is angry. And if you work for God, you'll be in that same frequency too, and you gotta, bring yourself down. Because I never said that I was God. I don't want to be. But I work for God. Facts. This shit is just sickening out here to be woken up to see. I only can tell you a story about something that I know, that I went through. And that God is awakening me to see. Oh, like this, let's tap into this real quick. A lot of these places y'all think is churches, they not. They're covens. They are. Hold on though. Let me check on my kid. But they covens. Yeah, sex coats. All type of shit like energy harvesting coats. Man, they don't believe in God. They don't believe in Yahweh. They Satanists. They energy suckers, vampires. Came to seek and destroy people's destiny, but I came before you. I'm stronger than every coven there is. I would claim I am the baddest of the baddest of the baddest. I guarantee you I know what I'm talking about. I work for God, and I'm not scared. There's near demon I'm afraid of. There's near shadow worker that I'm afraid of. There's no spell you could possibly put on me. No root work. I am the root work, God said. Like I said, I don't go live all the time for a reason. But when I do, ooh, that means some people been fucked up. I was born to do this. But I'm telling you, wake up, y'all. Stay in light. Stay woke. I'll be back live in a minute. I'm gonna go check on the kiddos. I'm out, man. Stay woke.